Hello, my friends, and welcome to this walkthrough and unboxing of the Tripping Waite Tarot that I have here. Yeah, I haven't got many Rider-Waite decks. I've only got the original Rider-Waite, and this was really exciting to get because I feel like the images just spoke to me when I saw a lot of other readers working with them, and the vibrancy of the colours is just so beautiful. I was hoping that it was going to be a little bit brighter today, because I don't really want to use my lights. It's quite they're quite obtrusive, and I don't have professional lights. Well, my only professional light that I had broke, so I wanted to do it with daylight because I've been doing most of my readings during the evening. But it's really dark in the UK at the moment, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I was thinking I have to get this out to you. So this is a reprint. It says here on the back, I don't know if you can see that, 1 out of 100, and it's also got the signature of, I think, the supplier and the artist. I'm not so sure, but it was just very nice. I think this is like the first out of a particular reprint. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but I was just really stoked to get it. I got it off of Etsy in the UK, so it was a British supplier, and I have been using these cards for a couple of days, so hence the box being a little bit like worn because I've been opening it. But yeah, and I love the fact that we've got, you know, this really attracted me as well. Because for any of you who have worked with psychedelics, I'm sure that you understand that. But anyway, let's get started. Now, the cards feel absolutely gorgeous. They feel like, yeah, just really lovely, really, really nice. Like they're plastic coated, and then you also have this gorgeous kind of like back, which I really, really love. It's just those lovely, lovely bright colours. So yeah, let's get started. So the 4, gorgeous 4. The colours are just so bright, and what I thought was really interesting as well is how the rock and all of this is like kind of a dull colour. I'm really sorry about the light, actually. Doesn't really give you a good idea of what they look like. That's a little bit better, but there's a quite blue tinge in contrast to this like yellow light that I've got here with the candle light. But yeah, so you've got this kind of like brown that goes off into these incredible colours. And here's the Magician. Oh, I love it. The vibrancy of the colours just make everything else like pop completely. Love this High Priestess. Do you know what song I've got going on in my head as well as this is like going? I've got Jefferson Aeroplane, White Rabbit. Maybe it's because I've also just seen Matrix Revolutions and I've just got that in my head. So I don't know. But I love the little bunnies. And this Empress, I really love this peachy kind of colour as well for the Empress. I love that. Yeah, very, very abundant. And you also have the bees as well. The little bees, love it. The Emperor. I'm not really resonating too strongly with this image of the Emperor because he seems quite chill, this guy. And also he's barefoot, which kind of makes me think that, you know, he's not as, I don't know, there's something that's conflicting with me with this idea of the Emperor. I expect him to be a bit harder. The Guru, which is this deck's form of the Hierophant. And then you have the Lovers. I think this is so cool. So, so cool. You see how they've all got like, how the actual like, they've got like the flower pattern as well. I love that. this Chariot. Just the colours are so nice. They really contrast so well. This Strength is lovely. The flowers on her dress just pop so much. The Hermit. I love these swirls. I love these like psychedelic swirls, and then you've also got the planetary associations with it as well. I think it's Uranus. Is it Uranus that's with the Hermit? I'm not sure. I have to look that up. The Wheel of Fortune. Love that. That vortex with the cardinal signs in the corner. Cardinal? Oh, no, the fixed signs. And this Justice. She looks slightly East Asian, I think. Again, the swirls, but the thickness of the swirls is quite interesting to look at as well. The Hanged Man. I love this Hanged Man. In some of the readings, like the correspondences, like particularly when I did a reading, I think it might have been on New Year's, I can't remember, but a court card had the same kind of, with the air signs, they have this butterfly. I love that. The Death card. I really like that a lot. I like it a lot. And also just the way that it's coming from his hands almost, this rainbow. Temperance. Beautiful, beautiful cards. This is so cool. It really is the Devil. I'm not sure about this tower, but in the last reading that I did, I came up with like some kind of visual that I felt that was, or something that reminded me of the association with the tower, you know, like when a ship is like blasted or something is blasted and then it sinks into the water. Yeah, but then, yeah, it's just that image of being destroyed. This is quite slow, where water would erode it away, as opposed to, and this seems like a slow process as opposed to like the tower is quite fast. It's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? The star, I love that. And I love the way it's reflected as well, so nice. Beautiful. I love this moon. It's like, it really actually encapsulates like the whole idea of like what goes on with the moon. Like you can't see anything, there's no clarity, you know, there's either two kind of modes. It's either like the clear brilliance of it, or it's like just so cloudy. So yeah, I really like that, and the way that dog's looking at the moon. The sun. That sun freaks me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But it is the happiest card in the deck. And he looks pretty happy too. And then we have Judgment. I love that it's a child of colour. It's a black child. It could even be Hispanic, I'm not sure. But yeah, beautiful. And yeah, the World. Love that so much. Okay, and now we move on to the pip cards. I love that Ace of Wands. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Especially with the hands underneath. That's really lovely. And the green. Oh, the green. And then we have the 2. The heart. The World. And his cloak as well. Loving the psychedelic vibe. Real adventurer vibes here. Interesting how the boats are quite close here. So that would be interesting in terms of the interpretation. This is really lovely. Interesting how it's a purple sun. This looks like quite a bit of fun, to be honest with you, but their faces don't look like they're having fun at all, which is really interesting. And also the wands as well. Very kind of like a fae energy, or in this deck you've got the swords as sword court cards with wings. So a bit swords like thought energy. That hair on that horse, I'm just loving that. Why can't my hair turn out like that? Like, you know, when I love it. And this is quite interesting. You know, it kind of gives you a sense of dimension on how big these are, or what is going on. Like, has he been trying to get some honey? What's been happening? I also like the fact that we've got like these little tiny sprouts of green here. So there's always hope. Again, more butterflies, more movement. Just lots of greenery, lots of fertility, I feel. A lot, you know, it really embodies the sexual Kundalini energy. And the 9. Loving the grass. The 10. This page. The swells. The night. And that sun in the background. The Queen. That's interesting. I've just noticed that the salamanders are not complete on this one. That's a very interesting thing, actually, because usually they would be like completely round, wouldn't they? It's a very interesting thing to change. And then we have the cups, Ace of Cups. I love those colours, though. That kind of palette of colours is probably my favourite. Those pastels and pinks. This is great. The 3. It's interesting how they've got like they're dancing on wine. And you can see their faces a bit clearer. I love how it's just coming out there. And it's like ding! Nah. Love it. 4 of Cups. The 5 of Cups. Oh, there's just a song that would go with this, right? The 6. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. 7. I love all of this. I love that. I love that and that. I think that's so interesting. What path would you like to take? The 8. Walking away. I have a wish for you. So cool. And the 10. Yeah, I'm really sorry, like the light really doesn't do it justice. This blue light really is not having it. Page of Cups. I love how like the fish is actually jumping out. He looks so happy with that. And I'm loving the purple and also like the starfish. It's so cool. But his face, that face. The Knight of Cups. With the stars. Love it. The Queen of Cups. Really interesting this cups. I get the same kind of vibe as the, you know, the moon in this card. And then when we look at the king, it's like it's turned up. it's like the psychedelic trip has gotten even harder. You're at the peak now. That's how I feel with this one. But I love this King of Cups, actually. It really just, you know, out of all of the King's cards, probably Kings of Cups is my least favourite within the deck of the Rider-Waite. But then this just, yeah. Now this one is probably one of my favourites. And then we move on to Swords. The 2. Yeah, I'm just cool, man. What are you saying? I love this. I love that play on the colour and all of that. So beautiful. Such a beautiful deck. The artists have just been so amazing. Christine Aguiar. Yeah, they're beautiful. She's really done an amazing job. This 3 of Swords is really cool. I love the lava lamp. I really love that vibe. This is so cool. And I love that there's like, you've got the records at the bottom. Love that. Let me just chill and listen to my tunes. The 5. The 6. 7. The colour scheme is also really interesting on each of these cards, you know. I love the eyes and the colours of the swords, and the fact that there's a big, quite interesting looking moon. But yeah, it's really interesting. Ugh. This vision or this kind of imagery is just so like synonymous with a psychedelic journey. Again, the lava lamp, you know, that pain. So it's interesting where the themes are coming in. And here we go with those butterfly images that I was explaining earlier with the wands, and also with the Hanged Man, with the page. The Knight. Who doesn't love a pink horse? I'm sorry, I just love a pink horse with purple hair and blue like get up. It's just my thing. Love it. This Queen of Swords. Loving that. This King of Swords. Interesting. Almost like the Fairy King, you know. And then we move on to the Pentacles. Oh, I love this. The 2. The 3. I love how them two have got like quite like interesting clothing, but the monk he's holding the peace sign, but he's like in plain clothes. This just gives so much more dimension. And it's really interesting how there's nothing here behind. That's what I said earlier in terms of the background choices. It's like, it's almost like your own world, you know? And this actually looks quite Christmassy, this this thing. And also that's really interesting as well, that heart. Yeah, the imagery is really, really good. Because I'm looking at the camera instead of looking at the cards to make sure that I get it in all in shot this time. Oh, this is so interesting. This like, as I said, like the definition has introduced so much depth to this card, which I really like. Yeah, which has really helped in the readings. It's just been really phenomenal to work with these meanings. This is hilarious. This is so much jokes. Love it. Love that too. Nine. The 10. And then the last court cards, the page. On grass, with grass on him. The Knight of Pentacles again, with the robes of grass. Hang on a minute. It looks like some acorns or something there, doesn't it? Like acorn leaves or something there. Very interesting. Abundance and growth. Love it. And oh god, yeah, and look at all the mushrooms that are just surrounding her. And then all of this. I love it. And the sparkle and the sparkles. Oh, so cool. Love that. And then this King of Pentacles. Oh, that's really nice as well. Interesting how he's got his foot on top of that. I didn't notice that before. This is a very Emperor-like energy. Because it's dominating. And also, his foot isn't just a foot. His foot is like, it's armoured. Now, these were two cards that came as extras in the deck. So we've got the King of Wands, and then we've also got the Fool. So those were extras. So I'm thinking I might frame them because they're just so beautiful. So beautiful. But yeah, like these have been an absolute joy to work with, as you've seen through my last readings that I've been doing. They are really easy to shuffle. Yeah, they're really easy to shuffle, and they're just so nice to work with. So do check out the last, I think it's like the last few days of 2021 and the first couple of days of 2022 where I am doing readings with them. They're really easy to read, really easy to shuffle, and yeah, they're good. It would be a good beginner's deck if you wanted to go for something that was a little bit more kind of more like distinct when you're working with the Rider-Waite. The Rider-Waite can be slightly cryptic, whereas this is, you know, because it's brought it up to like a more kind of present day feel, more recent day feel even, then it may be easier to relate to the images and be able to decipher them in the way that you feel that you can. So yeah, please join me for those new readings, but thank you so much for checking out this walkthrough with me. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.